Good morning. I am coming to you from studio
Satya.
with Jamie Osborne. And during COVID season, I have been working really hard on creating better morning routines, especially first thing getting out of the bed and not moving quite the best. So I asked Jamie to help me and give me some ideas for things to do right in the first thing in the morning. And one thing that she proposed was Sun Salutations. So she is teaching those to me today. And hope you enjoy the video. Hope that this inspires you to move a little bit first thing in the morning. And we'll see what happens. Make sure that you follow Jamie as well, as she is posting often different ways to do yoga at home. Okay.
All right, here we go. So, one thing with Sun Salutations is a masculine energy. So that is one reason why it's a really good thing to practice first thing in the morning. It gets the heat moving in your body. It kind of gets you a little bit prepared for the day. However, you need to make sure that when we start with the Sun Salutations that you give yourself the proper warm-up first. So we'll do 2 or 3 or 4 of a very gentle Sun Salutation, and then we will start to amp it up a little bit. So if you know Sun Salutations and you just want to go right into it, you are more than welcome to, but the first 4, we're going to take it back into child's pose and do it just a little bit more gently for the morning, okay? So you're going to start with your feet about hips distance apart, just wherever it feels comfortable to you. Slight bend of the knees, and we're going to inhale our arms up to the ceiling. Okay, inhale. It's very important with Sun Salutations that you connect your movement and your breath. A good bend of the knees. Let's exhale, and you're going to swan dive over to a forward fold, and your hands come to the earth. So they say swan dive because you really want to lead with your chest. You want to lead with your heart center. And let your head completely go if you can. Sometimes it's a little challenging for people. Then as you inhale, you're going to bring your gaze forward first. Begin to lift your chest, slide your hands to your shins. Now really focus on drawing your low belly in so you don't have a sway of your low back, okay? Then as you exhale, you're going to plant your hands to the floor, and this first time when you step back, you're going to come onto your knees. So go ahead and take one leg back. I don't mind which leg it is. Then take the other leg back, and then you're going to press your glutes back to your heels. And if it's not comfortable for you to keep your legs together, you can always take those knees wide and give yourself space to get comfortable, and you'll come down to your child's pose. So ultimately with a Sun Salutation, you want 1 breath per movement. So we're staying a little bit longer this first time around, but we'll speed it up as time goes on. So now I want you to inhale up to all 4s. Knees come in, fingers spread wide, curl your toes under. Exhale, lift your hips, press up and back to downward facing dog, that inverted V shape. Hopefully people can already have a foundation and a knowledge of what these poses are. Inhale, bring your gaze up to your thumbs, and exhale, we'll just say travel. Travel to the front of your mat. Walk, float, lunge, however you want to. Plant your feet, take your arms out to the side, slight bend of your knees, inhale all the way up. There's 1 Sun Salutation.
Okay.
Okay? All right, let's exhale, swan dive, forward fold. As you inhale, gaze comes forward, chest lifts, hands slide to your shins, low belly draws in. Focus on protecting your low back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, come back onto your knees again. We'll do some more child's poses. Exhale, press your glutes back, child's pose. Remember, knees can be wide. They can, however they feel comfortable. Inhale up to all 4s, fingers spread wide, toes curled under. Exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Good. So let's just take a big breath here, in through the nose, open mouth, side out. One more time, inhale. Open mouth, side out. Really exercise those lungs too. That's going to be part of this process. Get that blood flowing, get those lungs moving. Inhale, gaze up to your thumbs. Exhale, travel to the front of your mat. Plant your feet. Inhale, rise up. Circle sweep your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Big lift. Find a little bit more rise in that chest. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Good. Inhale, gaze lifts first, chest, and then we're going to take to monkey pose. So a couple options. You can continue to bring your hands to your shins. I personally like to rise up to my monkey pose and just come up onto my fingertips. Some people can't get their back flat enough. So just how it feels in your body. Plant your hands. Step back into that child's pose. I think we're good. I think this will be the last one we do if you're feeling okay with it. Okay. And then inhale up to all fours. So again, spread those fingers wide. Make sure your arms are out in front of you. And you want to take the insides of your elbows and turn them forward just slightly. Curl your toes under. Exhale up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Big breath in. Open mouth, side out. Inhale, gaze up to those thumbs, and exhale, travel to the front of your mat. You really want to exhale because you want the breath to move out of your belly so you have room to get your feet forward. Inhale all the way up. Maybe you can start to incorporate slight back bends here if your low back feels comfortable and safe with it. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, step back. We're going to go to a high plank now. So you're going to step back and come into a plank, which is the top of your push-up. From here, you lower your knees to the earth, pull your elbows in tight to your ribs. So hug those elbows in and lower yourself all the way down to the floor, all the way onto your belly. Flatten yourself out. Good. Roll your shoulders up and back. Find a little bit of lift in your chest. This is cobra pose. Awesome. And then we'll pass through our knees. So as you inhale, come up onto your knees. Curl your toes under. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Okay, I'm going to watch this next one. I just want to watch when you come down. So go ahead and inhale, bring your gaze up to your thumbs, and exhale, travel to the front of the mat. Okay, plant your feet. Inhale all the way up. Maybe there's a back lift. A back bend. Lift your chest. I like to combine my sentences. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Okay, I'm going to watch you for a second. Inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose. Draw those shoulders back. Good. Okay, go ahead and exhale, plant your hands. Come back into your high plank. Excellent. Go ahead and lower your knees to the earth. Kind of try to pull your knees back towards your toes a little bit. Okay, knees down. Good. Bring your chest forward. And now lower yourself straight down to the floor. All the way. Good. Roll those shoulders up and back. Yes. Okay, good. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. On that next inhale, up to all fours. Curl your toes under. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. We'll take 2 heat releasing breaths here. So inhale in through your nose. Open mouth, side out. Again, inhale through your nose. Open mouth, side out. Beautiful. Inhale, gaze up to the front of your mat or up to your thumbs, and exhale, travel to the front of your mat. Plant your feet. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Slight back bend, maybe. I also like to say just lift your sternum up to the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, monkey pose. Good. Exhale, plant your hands, challenge yourself. Step back with your non-dominant foot and come into a high plank. Okay. Really actively push the floor away from you. Lower your knees to the earth, shift your chest forward slightly, pull your elbows in, and exhale down to the earth. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Lift your knees a little bit. Roll your shoulders up and back, cobra. So with cobra, you can start to come up higher if your low back feels okay. So here's a baby cobra where you can lift your hands and your low back's doing all the work. But you can take it all the way up to here, depending on where your back is at. This is also really great on opening up the hip flexors in the front of your hips.
Good Lord.
Okay, can you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little.
Good. Okay, come onto those knees.
Good morning.
Good morning. Curl those toes under. Exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, gaze up to the front of the mat. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up. Really connect, feel your body, really get into that back bend if it feels okay. Exhale, luxurious swan dive. Okay, feel it all the way down. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, back to high plank. Okay, go ahead and lower your knees, shift your chest forward. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, draw those shoulder blades down and back up into a cobra. And then from here, if you'd like, a lot of people are not a big fan of this, but as long as you feel safe, I really actively engage my glutes, curl my toes under, lift my thighs, and press up and back to downward facing dog. Some people fully release in between. I'll show you that the next time so you can choose which one feels best. Inhale, gaze up to the front of your mat. Exhale, travel forward. Plant your feet. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Big reach, slight back bend maybe. And let's do another option. Palms together, to heart center, bow, forward fold. Sometimes that feels a little more ritualistic, you know, a little more feeling there. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, walk or float back to plank. Lower your knees. Chest comes forward, come all the way down. So we're gonna add just a little change here. So you're gonna inhale up to your cobra pose. And then other people like to come all the way down. Again, touch the forehead with their nose or their mat. Then they'll inhale, come up onto their knees. Curl your toes under and up and back, downward facing dog. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you can choose to release. Okay, big breath in. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, gaze up to the front of your mat, and exhale, walk or float your feet forward. Okay, inhale all the way up. Let's go ahead and pause for just a moment, palms together to heart center. So with a sun salutation, and especially with what you're doing this for, there are a ton of options. There are a lot of moves that may be more organic to your body.
Okay.
So I want to give you all of the options so that you can go, oh, I love the bow down into. Some people like the stretch and the opening of their chest. So I want to give you all of the options for you to fit the puzzle pieces together for your body.
Okay. Love that. Yep.
Okay, inhale, arms up. I'm gonna bow. You can swan dive or bow, palms together or arms out wide, forward fold. Let your head go all the way. Inhale to that monkey pose. Remembering your hands can come up to your shins every time if that grounding force feels better to your body. Exhale, plant your hands, and inhale, take it back to your high plank. Okay, let's see if we can just lower straight from here. So core pulled in really tight. Keep pushing the floor away from you the whole time. Shift your weight forward just slightly. Pull your elbows in and see if you can lower all the way down to the earth. Perfect. Tops of the feet to the mat. Good. Roll it
I
up.
felt proud on that one.
Yay! Proud is good. It's part of the process. Up into that cobra. Let's go ahead and release all the way. Sometimes I like that release. And then you want to try to push right back up into a high plank.
Sure.
So curl your toes under, elbows pulled in tight, keep your chin drawn in, push straight up to plank. Yes, downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, let's just do 2 more rounds with less thinking and more movement.
Yes, ma'am.
Inhale, gaze up to the front of your mat. Exhale, travel. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, plant those hands. Inhale, float back to your high plank. Exhale, lower yourself to the earth however you'd like to. Inhale up to cobra or an up dog here. Exhale, release. Inhale up to your high plank. You can come via the knees. Good. Exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, gaze up to the front of your mat. Exhale, travel to the front of your mat. Plant your feet, inhale all the way up. Slight back bend, maybe. Exhale, forward fold. Move your head around a little bit. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, plant those hands. Inhale, travel to your high plank. Okay, I'm going to choose to lower my knees this time. You can keep them up or down. Lower to the earth. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Remember that every single one of these options are completely interchangeable. Lower to the earth, forehead touches. Good. Inhale up via knees or straight up to your high plank. Curl your toes under. Exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Good. One more time. Inhale, bring your gaze up to the front of your mat. Exhale, try to lead with your non-dominant foot. Challenge your mind. Plant those feet. Inhale, arms all the way up. Big reach, slight back bend, possibly make this count. This is our last one. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Shake out that head. Feel your body. Connect to its movements. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, step it back to plank. Feel free to lower your knees if you'd like. Exhale all the way down. Inhale up to a baby cobra. Good. Exhale, release. Inhale up onto all fours. Curl your toes under. Exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze up to your front of your mat. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Actively plant those feet. Inhale, arms all the way up to the ceiling. Big reach. And exhale, palms together to heart center. Take a big breath in. Exhale all the way out. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, bow to your practice. Showing yourself love, respect, kindness, appreciation. Inhale, stand it all the way up. Bring your thumbs to third eye center, right in between your eyebrows. And namaste.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How do you feel?
Good. Warm.
Warm?
I feel warm.
It's a great way to warm up the body, isn't
I
it?
feel warm.